so I am on my 2 weeks off right now. Just got home the other day. So I wanted to go over a bunch of things and kind of put some things out into the public that I really have not done. I've been kind of hiding things for a couple of years now. Kind of want to go over some future plans, some new plans. I know I told you guys I want to get a truck. I want to get another trailer. I want to get the truck painted sometime this year. Just a bunch of little things. So as I've told everybody, it's Sunday now. I'm going tomorrow, Monday. You guys will already have seen this. I have to go put out a $12,000 check for some things that have happened in the past. This has been years dragging on, but I'm actually in the process right now of studying for the CDL test, so I am going to go get a Class A CDL. I am not planning on moving away from Hotshot anytime soon. I am planning on getting a trailer, but I do at some point, sometime next year, I would like to get a semi just to have it. I said that I wanted to get a backup truck, but that backup truck, I was really looking at a 2006 or 2007 Ram 3500 Mega Cab dually as a 2-wheel drive automatic. I was looking for one of them, but then I'm like, I really wanted to get after like doing more research on it and looking into them, I kind of just want to get one just to have it as a backup so I can run pretty much whatever I want. I've always loved the look of the old Peterbilts. I've also really liked the older Freightliners, but we will see how the budget is when I decide to go for a truck, because I mean, I like both, but I've been researching the 18-speed Eaton a lot more, kind of getting familiar with the shift patterns and everything. Obviously not going to be an expert until I start driving it, and it's going to take a long time to get used to, but I would like to go that route. Now, the things that I have been hiding from the public for the longest time, I do want to put out there that money, financial, anything is not an issue. I am a very cheap person. That's just who I am. So I will also say with this that Hotshot is allowing me to be able to pay this stuff much faster, and it'll make sense here in a second. It allows me to be able to pay all of this stuff much faster, and I'm still putting money aside to be saved. So as of now, I have about $50,000 in debt that I want paid off. Simple as that. $24,000 of that is, you know, legalities and certain things that need taken care of from a previous business that I had many years ago, okay? So about $24,000. I'm paying off $12,000 of that tomorrow. So that leaves me at about $38,000 I want paid off. In 6 months, I will also put out another $12,000 check, and then that part of it, the legalities, all of that will be taken care of and paid. That, in theory, brings me down to about $26,000. Now, $26,000, I feel like I can have that paid off halfway through next year, if not by the end of, well, I'm not gonna say the end of this year, I'm gonna say halfway through next year, I want that all paid off. So I want $50,000 paid off and completely debt-free, okay? When I started my old business, I took out, I think I had like I think it was like $18,000. I took out a little bit of a loan. I had another truck that kind of turned to crap, and that my 2006 Dodge Dually, ended up getting rid of that. So that's just the gist of it, right? So that's where a lot of the money goes. I do put a lot of my money back to savings just in case. Obviously, going and paying 12 grand tomorrow, I still have enough that if I wanted to pay if I wanted to go and buy another truck, I could buy another Dodge. You know, I'm not gonna be setting the world on fire with what I can buy as a replacement, but I could if I needed to. And then not only that, between her savings and my savings, we have more than enough to keep this in business for a long period of time. So that's my point there. Hotshot is going to allow me to keep the lifestyle that I want to live and be able to pay off all of my debts and be able to go the future routes. Now, I feel like adding a semi to the channel will definitely help. The channel growth has been insane these past couple of months. Ad revenue is over $1,000 at this point per month. So that really helps out as well. But it is tax time. I just sent all my tax paperwork over to the tax professional, so he's gonna be doing that sometime this week. He charges about $400 for the taxes, but I didn't pay anything into taxes last year, so we'll see what the bill's gonna be. But that's all the information you guys need to know. We got about $50,000. I want to get it paid off, and I want to get the truck painted this year, and I want to get a trailer at the very minimal. So I'm going to be looking for a 53-foot wedge with a center rail. Might have a leasing one, but if not, I will end up buying one at some point, because I'll be able to run that with a semi or this truck. But that's the future plans. Other than that, let's get into the rest of this video. I'm gonna go over a bunch of things on the truck and some of the things that I've done in the meantime while I've been home. Also, not to mention, on top of that 12 grand, I just threw another $3,500 into stocks, and we're going and buying if everything goes good, we're buying a CRV for the future wife next week for about 5 grand. So found a mint CRV. Not that you guys care, but there goes about $18,500 this week. So it's gonna be an expensive week. Sorry, I meant, if I did my math wrong there. It's like $12,000 plus $3,500 plus $5,000 for the vehicle plus the tax title tag. So it's about a $22,000 month, I would say, like just under 22 grand. All right, so we're coming to the storage, and I got a couple of things I think I showed in the last video, the stuff that I did. I do have 2 oil leaks I want to get taken care of and a coolant leak. We've got the boys in the back. I'm probably not going to mess with the exhaust for a while. The axle dump is still doing fairly decent for what it is. Put the windows down. It's a nice day, actually. So I do want to show you that I finally did take off the front drive shaft, and the reason that I did that was because I'll actually show you guys if I can crawl under here. For anybody doubting me on the front end diagnosis, you know, what's wrong with my front end, I want to show you guys. There's the, you guys can hear that. So, I have decided, with the such great fuel economy that I am getting in the, without having the AC, without having the axles in, I want to do a couple of tests with it and see how well a fuel economy I can actually get. So we're probably just going to leave it 2-wheel drive for a while. Like I said, I do have new tires. They're going to be ordered in the next 2 months. These have plenty of life left on them. The outers here, these have a little bit less life on them. The inside actually has a little bit more, so I might end up rotating these in a little bit, because it looks like the outer's getting a little bit more wear than I thought it was. So I'm end up bringing this one to the outside. I'll move this one to the front, and then move the front to the inner, and then we should be golden there. I do need to mess with the AC compressor at some point. I do at least want to put the AC compressor back on, so I might fix that in these next 2 weeks, but I don't know, we'll see. I haven't really needed it, so I mean, it's been fairly decent, so haven't had an issue. But here's the drive shaft. I did get this one actually rebuilt fairly recently, so this thing is in like perfect condition. So aside from that, and throw it in the storage unit. So I do also want to make mention that I will probably, like I said, I'll probably end up keeping this 2-wheel drive, because I have a bunch of stuff that I want to do to this on top of paying all of the debts. Like at some point I might get manual locking hubs and whatnot, so that way I can not have to worry about it. But with getting a semi, there's a lot of things I want to end up doing to this. I still want the back mud flap here, and I want to get new spacers for the back. I want to get a bunch of stuff for this thing, on top of getting the semi and paying back $50,000. So yeah, this thing is not going anywhere anytime soon. Even if I can afford the new truck, I'm still not going to do it. I prefer, do you like the new truck or do you like the old truck? You like this truck, right?
I like both.
Well, okay.
But can we get the
semi? Likes both. He likes both, but he really, yeah, what was that?
Can we get the semi?
We're getting a semi. We're getting a semi, but it's gonna be like next year sometime. I'm gonna shoot for like halfway through next year, maybe next summer. We'll see what kind of deals come up for it. I really want a Peterbilt 379 with an 18 speed, but I understand that they're very expensive and they're very rare, and a lot of guys don't want to let them go. So don't be surprised if I pull, like, I do like the older Freightliners. I'm a big fan of the bigger sleepers, not like the massive ones, but like a standard like studio sleeper. I'm a big fan of those. So if you're expecting me to, you know, get like a stretched frame with like a coffin sleeper style, it's not going to happen. But I definitely want a black one. It's in the plans. We'll see how it works. But as of now, we're not getting another mega cab dually. I'm not going to do that. That was the route that I wanted to go this year. but I think I'm just gonna spend this year trying to work on all of the other finances and getting a trailer so that we can double the income. As opposed to making 4 to 6 grand a week, I want to be able to make 6 to 8 weekly, and then I can pay all this stuff off. So for those wondering where's all the money going, it's like I'm still holding on to all of it, but I want to be able to pay this stuff off. So at the end of the year, I'll put like a huge lump sum towards paying back a lot of this stuff. So I should be able to relatively get like $30,000 paid off this year. Also, for the guys down in the comments that want to make threats because of the whole Airstream video, I'm out here to make a living. I'm deleting your comment, and you're out here to make enemies. We're definitely built different. I don't care about your empty threats. Like, if you want to meet me in a truck stop to fight me, it's not gonna happen. I don't care. So just want to put that out there for the guys that think it's okay to make threats over YouTube videos. It's like, it's a video, it's a living, get over it. I'm not out here to make an enemy with other people. So I'm out here to help other people. All right, guys, going to the lawyer's office. Here's a $12,000 check in this envelope. Money I'm never gonna see again. The disappointment is real, but I only have to write out one more of them, and yeah. So I'm gonna go pay that. We're gonna go look at a car. Hopefully we end up coming home with the car today. Well, that's depressing. Now we're gonna go look at a car for the girlfriend. Hopefully it checks out. It is a little expensive for the year, but they did a lot of work to it. I'm gonna go over that. I figure I'll film some personal stuff. I'm trying to, like, some personal stuff I wanna put in here, some personal stuff I don't. There is some things that I do try to keep private, especially if I'm gonna get like random threats through comment sections. It's like, you never know who's crazy or who's not. So, I mean, I'm not too worried about it, but I do like to keep as much stuff private as possible. So let's go look at this car. All right, so they did all this work to it. Timing belt, water pump, top end, rebuilt, new valve stem seals, head gaskets, bolts, valve lash adjustment, thermostat, coolant, oil filter change, new drive shaft, front pads, rotors, all that. So I'm gonna take the keys so I don't forget them. Not bad, little bit of damage on one side. Nothing crazy though, just little, it's like rock chips or something. I'm gonna get underneath of it and look, but guys, I think we're getting a CRV. This thing's actually pretty decent. I let it run for a little while with the heat on, with the AC on. Everything checks out. New inspection sticker. I'm gonna take it to, since we're right down the road from C&P Auto, I'm gonna take it down there. Just, why not, you know? Sorry if you guys can't see me. Gonna leave the truck here. But I definitely want to take this thing home. That $5 grand price tag is a bit much, but I think we can swing it. So I'll talk to her about it and see if she likes it, and we'll go from there. Oh my God, cruise control. Haven't used that in a while. Feet are off of the pedals. The only thing that could make this thing, you know, perfect would be if it was a stick, but she can't drive stick, so automatic it is. Not a big fan of the driver's seat though. Can't really lean it. All right, so whether we want it or not, I am gonna go put a deposit down on this thing, and then hopefully Wednesday she can come look at it and see if she likes it, since it's ultimately for her. Well, looks like for the first time in my life, I'm gonna be doing a pinion seal. That'll be fun. Everything else under here looks great, besides the oil leak and the coolant leak, but the coolant leak's my fault. The oil leak is also my fault. So I'm gonna check, make sure there's fluid in there, and then we're gonna head home. So that's not too bad. This truck has 498,000 miles on it, and I've never replaced one in my life, never had to. So that's gonna be interesting for the next video. I do want to end this out and pretty much there. So I am headed home, headed down High Street again. Hopefully no pullovers today, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow, not a big deal. I noticed a lot of people still are complaining that I work on my truck. Get it, you know what? There's no room for laziness on this channel. With that being said, like, I literally have the perfect truck for my situation. Anybody that tells me that they can get all of their bills and expenses under 77 cents per mile, I dare you to tell me that, because I don't think you can. So that's every single bill that I have from January 1st to now, straight from my bank account, divided by the amount of miles that I drove this year. That's what it came out to. Oh, that's insane. This thing is dirt to run, dirt cheap. Don't care. So, like I said, I just got the $12,000 check sent over. So now the next step, we are working on getting a trailer, obviously going and buying a car Wednesday. Hopefully the girlfriend likes it and we will pull the trigger on that. But anybody that says that this isn't making money or any of that, I'm putting out $22,000 this week. So that's cash. There is no loan for that. I cannot get a loan. So there's money in it, you just can't be afraid to work for it. Not a big deal. You put in a little bit of extra work and it's worth it at the end of the day. So hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one.